Utica Curling Club. We're here for draw 5 of the 2018 UCC College Bonspiel. Our draw 5 feature game is on sheet 4. Features RIT 2 playing the Red Rocks against Yale playing the Blue Rocks. Looks like RIT won the toss and the hammer in the first end. Yale will shoot first.
It's okay.
Lead Gregory Dallas for Yale. Throwing a center guard. Marcus Doucette for RIT2. We've seen this team before earlier. Came up a bit short on the come around.
It's a little bit harder. Not much. It's not much harder. Yes, yes.
Yale and RIT2 are a B pool matchup between 1-1 teams. The winner of this could finish second in the pool, no worse than third. And that should put one or the other team in the playoff. So this is an important game for both teams. Yale sitting 2 early in the first end without hammer. Second, Zhang Li. Attempting a tap up. just rubs the top stone and rolls into the open. Almost on the top 4. Alex Fadenhauer skip for RIT2. Gonna try to get rid of some blue stones here. Chris Lazarus for RIT.
Oh, you cleared it, you cleared it.
A little bit light. Now Yale will attempt to guard. Yale's hitting 3 early in the first end.
Pretty okay, baby light.
Playing the Blue Rocks without Hammer. Nice center guard there. Thrown by Patrick Wang. Now Morgan Shine for RIT, trying to move some blue stones in front of the house. Open up the scoring area. Touches a few, doesn't remove anything from play. Now Yale sitting 4. A chance to drop another stone in. And on the wide intern side, something like this. Over curls a bit. So leave RIT with a chance to at least cut down the damage here. Come around and hit this rock and roll underneath. Be able to get second stone, that would help tremendously. Morgan Shine with his second. Gets a nice roll in front. That'll be for third rock. So now Yale lies only 2. They'll guard up. They'll guard in this region so that RIT can't use that red stone just thrown by their third. Skip Michael Parker with his first. That guard over curled the mark, and now a chance for RIT skip Alex Fadenhauer. Try to move his red stone, take out a blue. If he can come around and nick his stone, a little bit of weight, be able to remove this blue stone from play and run this one in for second shot. Alex Fadenhauer, his first stone, first end for RIT. Looking for a little come around tap back. Need to go hard on this. Didn't catch the sweep early enough and it wrecks. It was a little down weight. Needed more weight to remove the blue stone. Now Michael Parker will try to throw the guard again and seal up his steal of 2. He's going to force RIT to come around this real wide side, catch a piece of the 8-foot, good piece of it, to cut Yale down to 1. Very nice guard by Michael Parker. That should force RIT around this wide side. Don't see any other option, really. They're going to try to raise their red stone. A little more complicated than just throwing a draw. Need to raise this to full 8-foot in order to cut down Yale. And it's going to be quite heavy and sail through the rings. So that'll be a steal of 2 for Yale in the first end. And they'll take an early 2-0 lead. Do a quick introduction of the teams. Playing the Red Rocks is RIT2. We've seen them before in an earlier webcast. Left to right, they're skipped by Alex Fadenhauer. Third, Morgan Shine. Second, Christopher Lazarus. And lead, Marcus Doucette. Yale, first time we've seen them during this event. Michael Parker, skip, left to right. Patrick Wang playing third. Zhang Li at second. And Gregory Dallas at lead. Start of the second end. RIT2. Playing the Red Rocks will have the hammer in the second end. Nice weight by Marcus Doucette on his first, but it will remain wide open. Yale's going to chase it, but threw a little wide. Now a chance for RPI. Tap that stone up. Or just come around the other side.
Good weight the first time. Leave it. Sweep.
Almost got that stone by. Now they're all grouped together. Not an easy double. Michael Parker will ask Zhang Li to remove at least one of these stones. Hit it perfectly with good weight, you might get two. Thrown shot's a little narrow. Just going to get almost a nose head on the center guard. So RPI lies 2. They'll try to draw around a lie 3, taking advantage of that center guard. Left by Yale for them. Chris Lazarus. Sweeper's really working this over. It is finishing. Go a little further and tuck that under. Just bites the top of the rings to lie 3. Now Yale needs to get busy removing rocks. Looking at 3 against. Zhang Li. A little better line this time. And just gets by. Excellent job of sweeping. Removes the stone, sits second rock. Cut RPI down to 1. Could chip this blue away and roll under. That would leave us hitting 3. RPI 2 is just going to try to come around and hide behind the center guards. Really nice weight here. And very nice shot. Goes right to T-line, covers the pin. And Foley behind cover. RPI now lies 2. Chance for more if they can chip away the blue stone in the top 12 later in the end. Set up nicely now. Michael Parker looking at various options. They'd like to remove a red stone somewhere. None of them are easy. Center guard is partially buried, as is the rock on the top 12, just behind. It's partially covered by the blue stone in the top 12. So they're going to try to hit and roll off this red stone on the top 12. They're going to peel their own. That'll leave RPI sitting 3. Little trouble now for Yale. RPI Sitting one buried behind the center guard. Another counter on the 12-foot. Could hook another one around this side, would be pretty good. That stone wound up in a pretty good spot. It cuts off the draw path for Yale to get themselves out of the end. So they'll have to hit one of those stones. Going to go after the one to the left side of the house. Hit it a little bit on the high side, that is the broom side. They might get a double. Patrick Wayne bringing some weight here. Looking to try to double off two stones. Good try, but just stuffs the stone onto shot rock. RPI continues to lie 3. Probably want to put the stone that was just removed right back in the same spot. Change the mind a bit here. They're going to guard their shot stone on top 12. Third, Morgan Shine. That worked out okay. There might be a crotch double. At this point, Yale's just looking to remove some red rocks and cut down the damage. RPI with a house loaded up with stones. Yale stealing 2 in the first. Trying not to give back all their lead. Michael Parker looking for a crotch double. Just want to hit right in the middle between those two stones and split them out. He'll bring some weight. Could get the nose double. Just going to roll inside. Not a bad result. Yale rolls for second shot. Counts out 2 of those red stones of RPI. RIT, excuse me. If you wanted to score a big end, you could take a chance and chip this blue one out, and you can see half a stone. You'd probably lose your shooter. That would go through the hole. You could also run your red stone in. Push the stone out this way. That's another option. Hit this a little bit on the high side. And the third option is the one that RIT is going to play, and they're just going to try to draw around to the 4-foot. wasn't bad weight, just not enough ice to get around the top red. Now a chance for Yale to remove yet another red stone. Eliminate a few enemies here. RPI is shot. Yale just wants to prevent them from scoring a multiple end. Rocks that aren't there can't score. So Yale's going to chase off third stone here. It's not a real easy double here. Certainly would lose your shooters. A pretty thin double hitting the top rock, slashing it into shot stone. If you're just looking to remove the stone, maybe cut off the draw path. Hits and rolls another one underneath. And that'll cut down the scoring area. Pretty nice result by Yale. That'll force RIT into this in-turn draw. They just need to get full 4-foot to score.
And 8.
Should get there.
Last rock, second in. Yeah, just need to draw the 4-foot. Need to be halfway in, really. Very makeable shot. Last rock, second end. RIT. Drawing for deuce. Just going to be too heavy, and didn't take enough ice again. If they'd had the draw weight there, they would have definitely wrecked. So it's a single for RIT. They get on the board in the second end, and they trail 2-1. Yale with the Blue Rocks will have the hammer in the third end. Welcome to the booth to David Cragnola.
Thanks. Thanks.
Return from running errands. Very important ones, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, the old dog had to let the doggy out for. Let him stretch his legs and feed him, and we're back with you.
And brought some refreshments too, so that was excellent.
Absolutely. There's 4 more on the ice over there too.
All right.
Buried in the ice chest.
And that should get us through this game and the next one?
Yes. So we got Yale and RIT2.
Running around the sheets, other scores. RIT1 leads Hamilton 1-0 after 1. We have a 1-0 game, Colgate 2 over Castleton. On sheet 3, another A pool game. And on sheet 5, this is for the right to advance to the championship playoff round. SUNY Poly 1 leads RPI 2, 2-0. Those are undefeated teams in the A pool. Yale and RIT2 are playing for second or third place in Pool B. Might be a slight possibility one of these teams could make the playoff via their tiebreaker as a wild card team. The winner will certainly be in one of the playoff rounds. It's an all-important third round game for all of these teams in the A and B pools. Our 7:15 p.m. draw will complete pool play, and that will be the remainder of the B pool. And the C pool will go on the ice. We'll have 5 sheets in action.
That coming at 7:15 this evening?
7:15, and
good.
That will determine our pairings. Top 12 teams advance to tomorrow's playoff round.
So am I right in thinking that at 8:30 game, 8:30 our loser out?
They'll go to the consolations. So there are 4 teams in each playoff bracket because we have an odd number of pools. So it'll be the pool winners plus a wild card. And they'll play down to 2 teams. The losers will go to the B event. The winners go on to the A event. And we run the C, D, and EF events similarly.
Okay.
So 12 of these 18 teams will make Sunday.
And we'll have those broadcasts for you.
We will indeed.
Michael Parker, no stranger to our club.
Yep, Michael Parker's men's team won the Francis Dykes Bonspiel last year.
That's where I remember him from.
And that's the men's 5 and under Bonspiel for the Eastern Region curling clubs. It was a 39-team Bonspiel. He emerged victorious, defeating our local favorite Eric Krumma in an exciting semifinal game.
Good memory, Roger.
Refresh my memory. If I recall right, they beat Albany in the final.
They did.
And the Albany skip curled his socks off in that game, but just didn't have enough potatoes. Yale with the hammer this end has got things opened up.
Coming up a little short here.
And another corner guard Yale can use. And Yale will try to get around that corner.
Sean Lee.
Pretty good.
Duck on the pond for Yale.
Looks like it's more or less fully buried.
Sure does. Good throw there from Jean. And Christopher Lazarus in the hack.
Which it looks like Morgan Shine. That's
okay.
The third.
Oh, okay. We're to third rocks.
Yep. Recognize the hat.
Whoa. Line.
This one needs to curl.
And slow down.
Funny how those go together. Line was perfect. It wound up in the right spot, just about 10 feet deep.
Yep. Just went out the back. Now the door is open for Yale to get another rock in front of their existing blue one here behind guards, and they'll be in business for multiple end.
Oh, a lot of room. You can stuff a lot of rocks behind that corner guard.
About to say, maybe a little hotter.
Narrow, it's narrow.
He'll keep going around until RIT cuts him off.
Yeah, no hammer, right? Not the most best strategies going around leaving the front,
Well,
leaving the middle open.
Yale's got the hammer this end.
Oh,
Yeah, RIT scored one. And
they did. They didn't
two.
post the one.
They
Okay,
haven't,
gotcha.
Haven't posted
I'm
their
a little
score.
behind you here.
There you
Sorry
go.
about that. There we go. So
That's all right.
Absolutely correct strategy. I will
Yes.
correct myself there.
And they're around again.
They are. Superb. Perfect shot.
This is one of these ends you really love with a hammer. It's like the pain will not end until you cover up that corner guard.
Yep.
You're just going to keep stuffing them in. There's a little bit of a pocket there. And as that rock overcurled, it came a little deep.
Do we say Alex's last name Fadenhauer?
Fadenhauer.
Fadenhauer, okay.
Yeah.
Nice call here, looking to take both of these rocks out of play with a little draw to them.
A little bit better weight here for
It's
Morgan.
got legs. It's going to be a good shot. I don't know that it's got legs. I don't think so.
Still moving.
Not quite. Just made the 12-foot. So that's good for Michael Parker to cover both of those rocks up. It was more or less a guard danger to go. Oh, he's coming around again. A little aggressive move here.
That red rock can be tapped in, so.
I don't know how much of it you can see. You can see most of it. Actually, a little hit on that across the face, and roll over is not a bad shot, right?
Or right on the nose.
Or nose is not bad either. Nose, you might run it into the one in the back.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to roll too far inside. You just open up that draw to the pocket again.
Right. And this is Patrick Wong. Is that how we say that?
Yep.
Okay, oops, he had a rock pick on him here. I think that rock picked. It's coming back the other way now.
Yep.
That was a pick. Definitely a pick stone there.
First one we've seen this weekend.
Tice has been playing great. You never know. Something underneath the traveling part of a stone really can make for interesting. It doesn't need to be much to alter a shot.
Could even be a flat spot in the ice, but probably not in the third end. There's probably a piece of debris.
Looks like Alex might be trying to come around with a draw here.
If you can hook one around, that would be great.
If it comes up, a little tap wouldn't be bad either. Kind of the same weight for both shots.
You don't mind just tapping that stone into the pile. Just
Coming over, it's starting to come. Oh, it's coming nice. It's coming real good.
Going to get a nice tap here.
Yeah, up if you can. Going to split them. And that's a beauty. Don't know if it got.
Didn't get far enough.
Didn't get far enough, I don't believe.
But it's open for another tap. You could throw a little more weight. Michael Parker is going to have to cover that red stone. It's just too easy to tap it up. Two blue catchers in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I think Yale needs to put a corner guard right in here. Much as I hate to, at least there's two taps available to RIT.
Well, yes, and also you're offering shelter for those two blue counters here. Good guard here. You're almost putting three into play.
Well, RIT is going to have a chance to tap something or draw around something. Michael's thinking to beat them around to the 4-foot.
Should be okay, wait.
Really curled up on him. Weight was pretty good. It just really buckled on him. Going to tap another one onto the.
It messed up the angle, though.
It did. No harm now. It actually is almost impossible to get to those 2 blue rocks now, having moved it. Good outcome. Missed shot with a good outcome.
Yeah, not as bad as it looked.
Still might be able to.
If you could pound this red rock, though, there might be enough drag. So
get 'em
rock
both.
this rock would normally go this way, but with the drag, it might go this way.
It's almost a double there. There's almost a double there.
There is.
You got to cross the face just a little bit on the top rock there.
I think the rock is going to drag back. So this stone
Almost
lined up, it
knows,
would
yeah.
normally go this way, but because of the drag effect, it might go right onto this blue stone. I'm not sure they'll know at this level
It's a little tricky, yep.
if that drag effect is going to work, but I think they're lined up really nice. Whenever you have 2 stones really close together or locked up, if you smack one really hard, a little off center, compared to the other one, it'll push that stone in the same direction as the first stone. So
Taking a long look, too. They're looking it over. You almost could hit your own rock here, half a rock, and come underneath the blue guard, too. Yep, that's what he's going to throw. Nope, he's not. He's got the outturn.
they're just going to hit the top blue.
Yeah.
This is the first skip rock. No, now they're changing her up again. They're just going to draw around.
I think this is Alex's second stone.
Oh, is this his last rock? It
Yep.
is. And he's got to make this one a good one.
Walked away like he wasn't happy with it.
And just not taking enough ice or getting out
No,
to the
good,
broom.
pretty good weight, but he's going to tap the blue in for another shot. Yep, sure did. I believe it's real close. Sitting 3. It's possible that Yale's sitting 3 right now.
Yeah, looking at our overhead, it looks like red might just be out counting.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like it.
This is third stone.
Yeah.
Now this will be interesting. Parker is actually going to hit these stones, and I'm not sure that he will like the outcome here. Well, if he hits this right on the nose, we'll see if this drag effect works. So just playing a tap up on his blue.
I think so.
Yep, that's a better idea. It's a half rock. He might split them on for a couple. He's going to get a straight tap here. And that's for 3.
Very nice shot.
Three blue.
Commanding 5-1 lead after 3 for Yale.
Like so many of our other games and earlier draws, a couple mistakes early have allowed the opposing team to take advantage, put up a big multiple score.
Mike heading for a center guard here. One strategy I had this many might be to go to the top of the 4-foot circle, and if they don't chase you, guarantee yourself with a guard having one buried or one covered up, right?
And make the other team figure out how to get their deuce.
Right.
The scores after 3 ends of play, RIT1 leads Hamilton 1-4-2 after 3. Colgate 2 leads Castleton 3-0 after 2. SUNY Poly 1 holding on to a 2-1 lead over RPI 2 after 2 ends of play. Oop, they just hung another score.
They hung a 4 on them.
And it looks like they took a 4-ender
Yep.
to take a 6-1 lead. They've been very efficient with the hammer this weekend. That's a deuce and a 4 with hammer for SUNY Poly.
Marcus Doucette with a draw shot here. Looking real good. That'll go right to the button.
Fully buried.
Yep. Nice touch there from Marcus.
Gregory Dallas looking to tap back shot Stone. Got a piece, moved it around. It's in the open now.
Always a tendency with young players when they upweight a little bit to have a little bit of gas on it, and maybe a different call might have been there, one just to try and come around again and
tap it back.
Yeah, tap that rock back wouldn't be a bad idea. Down 4, I'm sorry.
Keep some rocks in play.
Yep. It's one of the things to understand about curling is that when you get behind is to not panic. And if the other team's going to put rocks in the house for you, it doesn't matter whose rocks they are, but somewhere in front of them, freeze to them, tap them back, good things can happen.
If they're behind T-line, they're your friends, they're catchers. And if you play this game long enough, you realize you win more games with soft shots than with hard shots.
That's for sure.
Not sure what they had in mind there is throwing the double guard. He's going to change it up. He's going to throw the tap back here. I'd take a little more ice, though.
Yep. Good thinking here from Alex. Try and get himself back into the game here.
This one's way tight. Just going to nick the guard and roll away.
Zhang Li with her first stone of the 4th end. Looking to make a soft come around takeout here, and look, she's got it. I think she's got it. What a nice shot. Yep, leaving blue sitting shot rock with a backer.
Yeah, pushed it right back behind their shot rock.
Worked out
Great
well
spot.
for Yale, absolutely. Not completely sure what Alex was doing going after that.
They were trying to throw the freeze, but it just
okay,
went
gotcha.
a little wide.
Okay, I thought he was taking it out. Might want to come down soft and try and jiggle that blue one off of the off of the 4-foot circle and roll. Split, you know, a little split on it maybe.
Yeah, just a little hit and roll to the center and move the blue rock off to the side.
Sure.
Trying to keep your red around in the back might set you up for a bigger end. And Patrick Wang with the come around.
I like the guards.
Light and really coming up hard on him. I don't know if he's going to get by the top one. Oh, a little chip on that one, sending it back to the center. And leaving a corner for RIT.
A lot of options here. It could freeze to the back stone.
Yep.
Could chip the shot rock over just a little bit. Just a back 8, back 12 weight just to get this over a little bit.
Am I correct in thinking that RIT probably plays at the Rochester Curling Club?
They do.
Some colleges do have sheets of ice. A lot of weight here. Just a little too heavy. That's going to go to the back of the park. Still on the rings, but 4th rock. More trouble here for RIT. If Patrick Wayne can get one to the top of the 4-foot circle behind these two guards, really going to spell trouble for RIT trying to snake their way out of this one. Plenty of weight. It's going to come right to the backer, I believe. It may stop for 2nd rock. And it did.
Yeah, it looks like it did. There's a little pocket there.
Mm-hmm.
Some backers. I like coming around this end-turn side. There's a wall behind it. If you even just leave it half exposed, it'd be very difficult to remove.
If it's got the legs, it's going to be a great shot.
Want to leave it top 4. Got to have it above these stones.
Top button, right on the button. Covered the pin.
It's not a bad spot. It's
nope.
Very tough to remove that stone. It's actually overburied. I think Yale can push it back, though.
See what Michael Parker has up his sleeve. Nice shot there from Morgan Shine.
Going to come the other way at it. I think the end turn's easier. I think if he looks at it, he's going to change his mind. Nope, he's going to play the out
set
turn.
With his shot here. You know, if he makes a boo-boo here, he could chip his own stone off of that red rock. It's sort of an end saver for him with that blue rock where it is in front of that red one.
I was going to say, that blue's in a great spot.
Yes, it is.
I like playing this end turn draw, coming right to the face. If you hold him to 1 here, it'd be great.
He's coming with weight to try and move it off the button. Pardon me.
I think he's trying an in off, but I don't think it's there. I think he's going to go behind the stone. Curling in, though, it's warping.
It's a great shot.
He got it by.
It's a great curling shot. Absolute beauty. He locked it right on there. That's a great shot from Mike Parker.
He liked his out turn there. I would have thrown the end for sure. Either way you make it, it's a good shot.
Sure,
if you
he
get
froze
on top.
right on it, and it makes looking more than one here for Yale kind of difficult. Pardon me, for RIT.
It's impossible.
I don't see anything possible they can do to get more than one.
You can take a bite out of your last 2 rocks. I don't think you're getting 2.
I agree.
Why are you doubting my calls?
Looks like he might be trying to open it up, but I think that favors Yale. They control the angles.
Oh boy. The only
Could freeze another one on top.
Alex does have 2 shots here.
Need to play a setup shot here. You're not going to score 2 with 1 shot.
Yeah, if you come the other way with his in-turn and jiggle the blue rock just a little bit,
Yeah, you got to move them.
you got to move him a little, right?
You have to unlock
Create
the
a
back
little
one.
separation. Yep.
Got to unlock the back one.
Beautiful draw weight here from Alex.
Well, if they get by, this is golden. Oh, it just rubbed. Nice setup shot, though.
Yep. Michael Parker.
Still not sure how they score
Throw a
because
guard here.
you can't do anything with the top blue without losing your red. Michael Parker could be greedy. Could run the red in if you wanted.
And it's wide open coming the other way, right? Like he wanted him to come that way the first time. He can come this way. All he's got to do is move that red rock 2 feet, and he's going to sit 3. Right?
Yeah, if he contact the red blue rock anywhere.
That blue, and there's nothing to stop that red rock from going right to the 8-foot circle behind T-line. And this is a huge shot here. If he can just hit what he can see of that blue stone that he just threw with sort of back 8 weight.
Yeah, back 8, back 12 weight maybe.
Yep.
Just catch
just
a piece.
enough to move that red rock a couple of feet. And Alex is going to be in trouble.
I'd love to be able to come down,
Boop.
just contact that rock, and this one goes back here.
And blue will sit 1, 2, 3 guarded.
And that would be pretty ugly. If you were the red rocks.
Last stone for Michael Parker in the 4th end. Looks like he set it out a little wide. It's been curling really nicely here, however. But this isn't going to need any help.
Yeah, it needs to curl up.
Just left it out. And now I'm thinking that RIT is going to take their 1 and run here.
I think you take a bite out of this rock, there's nothing you can do.
Can you possibly tap that red rock up between the 2 blues and just catch enough of the button to out count the blue one? I don't think so, but from where we're sitting, it doesn't look possible. But
Yeah, I think Yale's got full half a rock in the button area. There's not room for another rock to be half in the
no,
button
there's
area.
not. No. Good draw practice here. Not heavy draw, but draw.
I like this one. It's a little narrow. You might be able to put it in as a calf.
He just threw it away. He knew there wasn't anything more there than his 1, so.
So 1 it is.
Still a game.
5-2, Yale leads after 4.
I think it's a smart choice there to not get crazy and try to do something that's not there.
Well, that's how you turn +1 into -2.
Yes.
When you're cooked, you're cooked.
Yep. And he did get his 1 there, so
Did get his 1. That
all was not
important.
lost. Yep.
Making tour around the sheets here on sheet 2 at a pool game. RIT having their way with Hamilton 1, 7-2 after 3. We'll make that after 4. On sheet 3, Colgate 2 leads 3-1 over Castleton after 3 ends the play. Playing the 4th end now, coming down to Skip Rocks. On sheet 5, our 2 leaders in A pool, RPI 2 and SUNY Poly 1. SUNY Poly 1 stole another 2. They lead 8-1 after 4. Looks like they're in control of their game.
Got plenty of weight.
After the end of this pool, teams will be seeded into the playoffs, 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be when most of these teams realize they should have done better on the draw of the button.
It looks like we've switched the order up here. We have Zhang Li is in the house holding the broom now, and Mike Parker is actually out in sweep land.
Well, if that's the case, that's not allowed. Can't change your lineup.
As long as they're throwing in order, right? It doesn't matter.
And I don't think you can change your skip or vice skip.
I feel like I nailed that line.
I've been watching the game to this point. I think Michael Parker's been in the house
He has
since
been.
the start of the game. Oops. Dallas. Achieving the takeout here.
Interesting. Check the weight.
We are back. Morgan Shine. Great name. Looking to get something blue off the rings here.
She get there.
Raise that.
Sweep for raise.
Wait. It's gonna go through the hole. Where was it supposed to go? Was it around there? Let's go. Yes.
Maybe heavy. Should be okay. Kevin, specially. I really didn't want the corner guy. You pulled back.
He's going to have a hissy fit.
Yeah. So we actually read the rules of curling, and we had a rules clarification on our game, our feature game, in which one of the players that was not the skip or vice skip was holding the broom in the house. That is, in fact, not allowed by the curling rules. And as the skip and vice skip's positions are determined prior to the game, it cannot be changed. And the skip and or vice skip, the vice skip, when the skip is shooting, must remain behind the far hog line at the start of the delivery.
I've never seen that happen. I've been curling a long time, and this is something that I've not seen happen in a Bonspiel. What I'm wondering is, being in control of the game, why, number one, you would do something like that, because whatever they were doing was working.
Right.
So unfortunately, it's a bit of unfortunate. It's a very good team and kind of an unfortunate circumstance that's created itself here, and we'll just have to see how this unfolds. There's a couple ends left in the game.
But it sent us scrambling for the rules because we noticed something irregular going on, and someone who is not playing skip or vice skip earlier in the game was suddenly holding the broom in the house, and that's a change of lineup. So Yale was cautioned. It could have been forfeited. That's what the rules say. These college players are now all students of the rules, so
right.
In the spirit of sportsmanship, we're not going to throw them off the ice, but it is a rules violation. So you declare your lineup before the game. You cannot change your lineup except that a player leaves due to injury, and you curl with 3 or you bring in an alternate. At that point, you can change your lineup, and you get to do that once during the game.
Right, that happened to us in the Cobb last year. We had a player I was skipping the game and throwing vice rocks, and one of my players was injured late in the game, and we got somebody off the ice to, in fact, come in and take care of it. Steal of 1 for our IT in the 5th end.
So they scramble back 1.
Tighten the game up to 5-3. now we're on to the 6th end.
So RIT's made a game of it. Steal in 5th end was crucial.
You can just take this right to the top of the 4-foot circle now. Over curl and through the rings on that takeout attempt. And now I think you cover this up with a guard if you're Alex Feidenhauer. And in fact, that's what he's going to ask Marcus to do. Doesn't need much sweeping. Coming right to it. Things getting a little dicey here now for Yale as another takeout attempt was missed, and Alex will ask Chris Lazarus to cover these rocks up.
Okay. Had to try and show me up, I guess. The Tommy special's missing a hit way wide.
Didn't quite get to the cover up. And Mike Parker will come back and see if Jean Lee can go ahead and get these red rocks out off the rings, or one of them. Zhang a little wide with her takeout attempt, and gives RIT another chance to cover these rocks up. Wouldn't be a bad idea if he came down and jiggled them around a little bit either. But certainly a guard here. Desperate need of a guard is RIT.
Yeah, they've got a couple players just to hide them a little bit here. Give themselves a chance to steal.
Even five or 7 feet away from them, right in the way is okay. Just in that 4-foot line. One might get a roll off of this one. It's actually over curling. Chong Lee once again will attempt to make contact with these red rocks on the paint. Got them both.
Ba-bump.
Beauty. And left the red rock as shot rock out here in the 12 foot.
Trying to go around the corner here.
Yep. Nice weight. Could back it up.
Yeah, that guard's pretty high.
So he sent her down. No, it wasn't that. It's the beginning of the game. So this is the player lineup. Michael Parker scheduled.
1, 2, 2, 3. 3, 4.
Okay.
I got 2. I got 3. Forwards, go fish.
Somewhere about the fourth Michael Parker.
You want to try and dry it and bump that back? So that's yes? Did you say yes?
She was holding.
Wait! All the way! Yeah, yeah. Shirt's gone. Oh, that's okay. See. Okay.
How's the weight? Yes! Hard! Look first, long. You got it! Yeah! Wow! Shoot the gap, shoot the gap, shoot the gap! Woo! Sweet! Put a snowman here! D-line like an A+. Yeah.
Do you want to do it again?
hammer. You got to come around the other way there, son. But
Game's in the little circle in the middle, not the big circle on the outside. So when you're trying to steal, you got to go around this way, not that way. You want to be closer to the pin. And we have our first final. SUNY Poly 1 has defeated RPI 2. They will win their pool with a perfect 3-0 record. And they will be moving on to the championship round. Don't know what position yet. That depends on their tie breaks relative to the other teams that qualify. All the other games still in play, although some are well in hand. RIT 1 leads 9-2 after 5 over Hamilton 1. Colgate 2 leads 1, I think, over Castleton. That's after, make it 5-2 after 5 ends. Our feature game is the tightest one.
Plagued with controversy.
Yeah, a little rules kerfuffle that sent us running for the rule book. Up here in the booth, we were momentarily confused when we saw a different player holding the broom in the house. And it was not the skip or vice skip.
And not the order that they started the game in.
Right.
So a 3-bagger for Yale here in the 6th to take a commanding 8-3 lead on to 7th end.
Let's cover this guy. Top 12. Top 12.
Should be okay.
On to the 7th end here. Not just the rules of curling, you know, the basic gist of the game itself and understanding the game, but there's also some do's and don'ts as far as etiquette is concerned, and it's important to know them. Quite often in club curling, we don't cross that bridge. However, we have such experienced players in our club. When something of that nature does occur, it's usually nipped in the bud, and you know not to make that mistake. However, again, so yeah, it'll be.
Well, to be fair, many of the curling rules are very poorly written and they're hard to decipher at times for particular situations. But yeah, in this case, it was reasonably clear. That was one of the better written parts of the rules. Something folks should be aware of. I
Sure.
know they're frequent, you know, even at the level of our club championships, there have been some kerfuffles about rules. For example, in mixed curling, a lot of folks didn't realize that the skip and the vice skip have to be opposite genders.
You're right.
A lot of people in the club don't understand that skip and the vice skip don't have to throw third and fourth rocks.
Yep.
They
And
can-
play downs that are, you know, clubs that are playing down for either a mixed spiel and or, you know, a men's or a women's spiel specifically. There are rules as who can sub and who can't sub and when. And
right,
you know,
and those are local rules or intra-club rules, and
Right.
those have to be adhered to as well. We're playing under the USCA, WCF rules here. And all of these teams are vying to curl in the USA Curling College Championships, and those will be held in Eau Claire under very strict adherence to the USCA rulebook.
Didn't we have them here last year?
We did. We hosted the event here last year, and
Yep.
we had officials that were on the lookout for rules violations and, you know, making sure everything was run according to Hoyle. There are very strict protocols for even things like your draw to the button to turn and hammer for the first end, and so it's important that these players know the rules once they leave here and they go off to the national tournament, and many of these teams will. Probably 10 teams out of our GMCC will go off to the national tournament. They'll need to be aware of these rules so they don't accidentally transgress one and wind up forfeiting a game.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a shame at that level if it got
You
to
know,
that.
or having rocks pulled.
Oh, ouch.
I don't know how many times in club play we've gone over the rule about burned stones. You know, if you touch a rock outside the hog line, you have to pull it.
Right.
There's no choice.
Announce it, pull it.
Right. If it's inside the hog line, you have to declare it, but you don't pull it. You got to
Right.
let her run. I don't care how much damage and carnage it causes. It's got to come to rest, and then the skip has 3 choices.
Yep.
And you don't get to make up a 4th choice.
Right.
There's 3 choices. So, and they're spelled out very clearly in the rule book. So just things you need to know.
Whoa! Yeah! Yeah! Go hard!
This is fake. Why are you?
Sweet! Sweet!
Actually, no, that reminds me.
All right, T climbed their way back into this game with
Pretty good! Baby light!
in the 4th end and the 5th end, and unfortunately the 6th end got away from them, and they're behind the 8 ball once again, behind by 5.
So RIT's got to make some magic happen this end to stay in the game. Down 5 with 2 to play. Nearing the end here, they've got 5 stones left here in the 7th end.
Looks like we're lining up for tomorrow morning.
I know. Well, we're having another little curling etiquette issue here on sheet 3. They spent about three minutes eyeballing a couple rocks, and if you have to look at it for more than 15 seconds, you just get the stick.
Correct.
Measure it.
This is a good experience for these folks,
Yep.
though.
You know, it's a tough game. The rule book is really long, and
Yeah.
and there's lots of protocol and unwritten rules of etiquette in curling that you just have to learn. And how many times did we transgress those as first-year curlers? Is there a curler alive that has not moved a stone before it's been counted? Is there one?
Probably not. Oops.
I did it in my first mid-league men's game. You're going to measure 2 stones. I kicked it away.
That's okay. I knew where it was. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'll put it back. Sorry.
The skip was a good sport. Never did that again, I'll tell you, though.
Nope.
It's like, aren't you going to clear the rocks? No, sirree. I don't hear a score yet. You're going to have to say it louder.
I've got 3 words that I say if I'm in the house and I'm going to measure with another third. Don't touch nothing. I'll let you know. It only takes a couple seconds to push them back into the crib. I'll let you know.
The other thing I don't like
Anything
is,
not touching the rings, take it away.
Yeah, sure. The thing I don't like is putting brooms down in front of the rocks you're going to measure.
Oh,
It's
no,
a
I didn't know.
Good way to trip over the broom and the stones,
Bing,
right?
bing, bing, bing.
It's like, yeah, we know which ones are close. We don't
Right.
need a broom
We're
there.
okay.
We don't need a trip hazard.
Nope.
And a clod of stones in front of the house now. How do you get in? You put the broom on sheet 6. Pretty much what they're doing.
Yep. Looks like it's running out of legs out there. And in fact it did.
The line was perfect. It again came to the right spot. Would have been buried behind the guard.
Yeah,
It just needed to be about 20 feet longer.
Yep, you got to tell yourself you got to try to throw that one to the back of the house.
Yeah, when you go way wide, and
Yeah.
this is really good for those of you who are new to curling, and you get forced out wide like that, that ice hasn't been played the whole game. It's going to be 1 or 2 seconds slower. You got to think hack weight.
Right.
You know, hack weight takeout's going to be a draw out there. It'd be like the first end ice. Maybe even a little stiffer because it's had a chance to get all frosty and nasty out there.
Yep.
Pretty good. Super narrow.
And this game can be tough to figure out if you're new at it. There's so many things. You'd think ice would be a lot simpler.
Not sure exactly what Mike Parker's throwing here.
Looks like he might just be throwing a double peel on these reds. Not quite sure. Maybe he's throwing a bump.
Yeah, it looks like a bump. That way.
Bump a bunch of blues. Not sure that's enough weight to move 4 stones. Is
No,
it?
it's going to junk it up, however, further.
You could throw like board weight at that and it would stay in the rings.
Sure.
Each time you move a stone, you take about 2 feet off. Just unsticking the stones.
All right, T trying to figure out how to get something on the rings here. They've got a way out in turn draw here.
Might need more ice than that. They're putting the ice in the middle 12, and that almost gets you to the center line. I think you got to be out there. Games we did on sheet 3 today, they were putting the broom in the middle of the 12-foot to draw the pin.
Going to have to go for weight on this one too, I believe.
This is just going to die. Again, they're out in the frost.
Yeah.
And they just suddenly realize it's going to check up.
Not getting by the guard.
And again, plenty of curl there. There's no
Yeah,
shortage
nice
of curl.
Okay, probably light.
Michael Parker threw a little more weight this time. I'm still not sure it's going to be enough to. However, he took both of these raises away on the other.
The angles were bad that time.
Oh boy, oh boy.
He spilled one on though, didn't he? Or was that one already
that
there?
one was already there.
He just splattered a bunch of blues.
Alex has just got to get one on the rings here. If he's full on the rings, he's going to full into the 12-foot. He'll get his one here. Again, you got to almost try to throw this to the back of the house with that kind of weight.
Yeah.
Or it's going to just get out in the fudge there.
And that's way narrow.
Yep.
And light. Just afraid to throw the rock out there. You got to throw a ton of weight out there really wide.
Yes, you do.
Hack weight minimum. It's another steal of one. That might do it. And it's handshakes. So Yale wins 9-3. They go to 2-1. Yale RIT 2 goes to 1-2. Yale will definitely be in the top 12. So they'll make the playoff round somewhere. Hard to tell yet. Depends on how other teams do. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Go read your rule books, folks. Make sure you know what rules you need to follow in the game. We'll be back with you at 7:15. We haven't chosen a feature match yet, but we will soon. We'll get it posted up on our live draw board. If you want to get the latest results of who's won and who's lost among your favorite teams, consult our draw board at uticacurlingclub.org. For now, I'm Roger Roulette, and for David Cragnolan. So long, everybody. Be back with you later.